Hey everybody, how you doing? It's nice to see you again. I was up eating some breakfast. I had oatmeal. I had peanut butter in it, but I'm sad. I should have had something else for breakfast. Dad was getting silage for the cows, and it looks like he got that silage. Oh! My wife's cow's out. We're gonna put my wife's cow back in soon, but we're gonna finish feeding these guys. Dad's forking silage, and I'm gonna put some grain on for them. Alright, get in there. Come on. You know, that's Lauren's cow. Trouble. It misbehaves. Not these guys, though. They just eat. We get a lot of our calves from the local dairy farm, and then we hand feed them. We hand feed them their milk and everything, so they get pretty friendly. The problem is, when they get like this guy's size over here, they like to rub on you pretty hard. And they can hurt you. That's why you got to be careful. Look at them running around. Oh my. Hey, be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Got to take care of our babies. Don't want them getting hurt. Alrighty, we have everybody fed. They have their silage. They have ooh, I didn't put the pitchfork away. We have special places for everything, and I didn't put the pitchfork away. Put that fork back where it belongs. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. There we go, right where it belongs. I don't know what is up with this one steer this morning, but he is going wild. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Right there, he's running around all over the place. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I hear my dad in the chicken pen. I don't know if he's collecting eggs or feeding. So, oh, it looks like he's feeding. We're gonna go help him. Oh, eggs, anybody? It's a lot of breakfast. We have a lot of eggs to grade. It's still working from when I fixed it. I'm proud of myself. It hasn't broken down. Let's hope it doesn't. Egg wash is still working okay. Ooh, exciting times. Exciting times here on the farm. Even though it's winter, it's time to start planting. Even though it's only February 18th, we have to start pretty early as vegetable farmers. There's different things that we have to start because they take a little longer to grow. And we also sell a lot of plants and vegetables to people, and they plant in their own gardens. We do quite a bit of that. So what we do is my older brother and my dad, they're really good at this. They take this book we have here and they date every time they plant it. Now this was February 27th. I don't know if you can see that there. Maybe if I get closer here. February 27th, this is what they planted down through here. So, last year at February 27th, they planted habaneros, red and orange. They planted Italian and curly parsley. They planted celery, butter crunch, lettuce, red leaf, green leaf, romaine, Simpson, spinach. They planted cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, kale, kohlrabi. They even did some early tomatoes for people. Not a lot, because mean, look how long it takes it to grow. Not everybody's going to want to plant early tomatoes. So we do a lot of this early stuff just for sales. So if I just take this, and I can show you here, you can see it. I don't know if you can see it right there. We got the habaneros, the parsley, there's the date, and then down here we can see everything that they planted on that date last year. And they keep a pretty in-depth record. These are all flowers. Here's a whole, there's jalapenos, there's more peppers. And we keep track of the date so that we know for next year when we want to get started. We can tell if we're behind, if we're early by what we've planted already. So that's pretty neat. We're going to be doing that today. Alright, we need to take some stuff out of here. We have this tin.
Feels like 25 outside.
Tin in there. Feels like 25. Feels nicer in here. And then we have this wood, which we use for smoking. I think it's cherry. Or is it apple?
It's cherry.
It's cherry. So we have to take this out of here also. Okay, so we got the heater on. So it's right now, it's almost 70 degrees in here. We got the heater on. We got all the water working. We got most of the stuff cleaned out. Basically everything else that's in here, we will use. We're about ready to get started here. I'm gonna take this dirt and move it over there. I have to fill some trays. And Dad's gonna fill them with the cedar. What we're going to be starting with first is 801s. We're going to be doing onions. So these trays, I'm going to have to cover them with dirt again once we put the seeds in there. But the way it works is you want to keep them all at a certain height, about halfway, a little under halfway full. We want all our trays to kind of look like that. Because we'll come in with the onion seed, and the onion seed we just sprinkle in here. And then we'll cover them back up. We're heading down for lunch. We just got finished with everything we need to for now. And when we come back up, we're gonna plant the onions and I'm gonna fill up more trays for the peppers and parsley.
For the hot peppers.
Yeah, habaneros.
And flowers.
And flowers?
Flowers.
These are some flowers. There's some dianthus, viola, pansies, verbena, snapdragons. So we got many different types of flowers here also. We have some in here. So we're going to be planting flowers instead. What are you doing, Dad?
I'm planting leeks. $50 seeds in a square.
Do you need exactly 50?
Nope.
Well, my dad is planting the onions and the leeks. We have these trays that are pushed together. I'm taking them apart. They're called 512s because there's 512 holes in them. And I don't know exactly how many I need for the flowers, 16 or 19, somewhere in there. So I've got to take them apart. It's kind of a pain when they get pushed together. So I don't like when they're pushed together, but what are you going to do? I got all the ones apart that I needed. Now I just have to fill them up. And what's neat about these is once I put the dirt in here, I don't know if you can see here, let me put that down. You gotta fill in every hole here. The dirt. Then I have to clean it off. And then I take another tray and I put it on top. And I have to push it down. reason for that, so if you can see when we take it over to the seeder, what it will do is drop a hole in each one of these, and then we have to cover them with dirt. And because I pushed it down, it makes it so that we can get the dirt over top of the seeds. As I'm filling up the trays, Dad is working on the seeder. Now these trays I showed you, like I mentioned before, there's 512 holes in them. And on this plate, on this seeder, there's 512 holes. And what it does is it sucks air into this vacuum here, and it traps the seeds and holds them there. Dad will tilt all the extra seeds off, then he flips it. He'll turn off the vacuum to the exhaust, which blows all the seeds out, and if I can get it, and into the holes. So instead of having to go one by one dropping the seeds in there, this does 512 at a time. I'm going to try and give you a better look at how the seeder works. This still Dusty Miller? Yep. While I was filling those trays, Dad finished planting these onions, and Matthew is tagging them, because at this point, when the plants start to come up, it'd be very chaotic if we did not know which onion was which. Because when they're first coming up, they all look the same. That's why we are very careful when we tag things and when we write things down in the book. Matt got all the onions tagged and the leeks. And now he's working on tagging this Dusty Miller. And when he's finished tagging it, then I'll be able to cover the seeds. Matt and I are covering up the onions that Dad planted, and Dad is giving all the new seeds that we just seeded a drink. We got everything planted that we needed to. We got all our onions, leeks, peppers, and flowers planted. Now what's interesting is that usually you wouldn't be planting this early, but because of this greenhouse, which we call the germination greenhouse, we're able to get started. And these tables, if you notice, there's these black tubes that run underneath them, and if you feel them, they're pretty hot, and that's because we're running hot water through them. And then we cover the seedlings with plastic, and what that does is it keeps all that warm air and just the warmness that's coming up from those little pipes, it keeps that trapped, and it helps the seeds to germinate, because these seeds won't germinate unless the temperature is at 75 degrees. So this greenhouse is set for 75, but the soil is what needs to be 75 degrees. And that's why we cover this with plastic and run the hot water underneath it. We're all finished in the greenhouse for today. We're heading down. We got to wash some potatoes for some orders tomorrow.
Got my gloves.
So that's where we're going now. And Matt forgot his gloves. Can I reach this here? And I got it. There we go. There you go, got a nice bin wash. We'll bag these up for the restaurant tomorrow. That's where we're gonna end the video today, guys. I wanna thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!
What am I supposed to say again? Subscribe!
That's right!